Alright, hey guys, welcome to a new video covering some great new Steam game bundles from Humble Bundle. It has been quite some time since I made a video. Sorry about the lack of content. There just hasn't really been a whole lot this previous month. So there was two new Humble Bundles. There was the Super Simulation Bundle, which actually includes some good games. I'll go over a couple of those in a moment. And then there was the Humble 1C Publishing Bundle, which comprised of mostly little indie games. The $1 tier is great. You get 5 games for $1. The rest of the tiers, it really is up to you. A lot of these games just have mixed reviews, so I don't really think it's worth covering. But yeah, those are the two new Humble Bundles that were released. Also on the Epic Game Store, you can currently pick up Into the Breach for free. I always encourage you to pick up all the free games on the Epic Game Store. Might as well. They have some great games, always free every couple of weeks or so. So mainly this video is going to cover the Humble Choice, but let's go over a couple games in the Humble Simulation Bundle. So to start with, Treasure Hunter Simulator. This is a simple but rather amusing game where you basically run around with a metal detector looking for treasure. The graphics are pretty good, and it's a pretty relaxing game overall. And you also get 911 Operator, so definitely worthwhile picking up the $1 tier, 50 cents per game. The second tier includes some good games as well. You're getting Elite Dangerous, which is normally priced at $30. It is a open world space sim with some great graphics, some fun space combat, and a lot of content to explore. And overall, it's just a great game. And then there's the Hunter Call of the Wild. This has been very popular lately. It's an open world hunting game. It's very atmospheric, has beautiful graphics, and it's surprisingly fun. I really suggest trying this game out if nothing else in this bundle. And then moving on to the third tier, we have PC Building Simulator. This is normally priced at $20. It's a game where you essentially open up your own PC repair and building shop. You get orders each day from clients who have different needs or problems. If you don't know how to build a computer, this is definitely a good entry point, especially to understand the basics of PC building. If you do know how to build computers, this sim is definitely an addictive experience that you'll probably be hooked in for many hours. It's definitely addictive. So I highly recommend PC Building Simulator, but the third tier is quite expensive at $15. So it's really up to you if you enjoy simulator games or not. Otherwise, like I said, just pick up the first tier. Additionally, I mention this in every video, but if you want to help support me in this channel, there will be referral links in the description below. And before you decide to purchase the bundle, you can actually scroll down to the bottom here. And if you want to send me the entire $1, if you're just purchasing the $1 tier, you can. Otherwise, you can split it between Humble Bundle and charity. So I really appreciate anyone who decides to send me $1. It helps me out quite a bit. Beyond that, if you do purchase the full tier of the bundle, you get 1 month of Humble Choice for free, which is pretty amazing because the Humble Choice this month is pretty great. Also, if you want to subscribe for an entire year, they still have the promotion going on where you can get the Humble Monthly or the Humble Choice for $12 a month for an entire year. So this is this month's Humble Choice. Let's go through all of the games. There's actually some surprisingly good indie games here and some just very positively rated games. So first up, we have Forager. I absolutely love this game. It's extremely addictive. It's a crafting clicker survival type game. While it may look simple, it's incredibly fun. You start off with a small plot of land, gathering simple resources, and before you know it, you'll have sunk like 10 hours into the game, building up your base, crafting new equipment, exploring new lands, slaying bosses, and doing a huge variety of interesting things. It's grindy, but it's grindy in a good way, and I highly recommend Forager. Next up, we have Golf with Your Friends. This, as you expect, it's a mini golf multiplayer game. It's most enjoyable when you have a bunch of people in a Discord call all together playing at the same time. It's easy to play, the levels are charming, and there's just a lot of fun competing with friends. Then we have Strange Brigade, which is a co-op third-person zombie adventure game. You go on missions together, fighting through hordes of enemies while also completing some light puzzles along the way. The graphics are fantastic, and if you have 3 friends to play with, it's just a very, very enjoyable experience that normally retails for $50. So getting a $50 game in a Humble Choice, that is an awesome deal. Then there's Lethal League Blaze. This is a stylish fighting game that has you smacking a ball as hard as you can to deal damage to other players. The soundtrack is fantastic. It's another one of those games that's super fun to play with a friend. Then there's Generation Zero. This is yet another 4-player multiplayer survival game, although this one is against hostile machines instead of zombies, a little bit different. The graphics are great, and there's a large world to explore. However, this game does get a bit repetitive fairly early in, so don't expect to play it for too long. Next up, we have Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This is a very charming side-scrolling platformer. I absolutely love the colorful art style. The platforming is spot on. There's lots to collect, very interesting creative levels, and overall, it's just a great throwback to some of the great platformers of old. I highly recommend it. Next up, we have The Occupation, which is an investigative thriller with a deep narrative and some stealth mechanics. If you like adventure games focused on story, then you might enjoy this one. We have Catherine Classic. I am excited to see this one in the bundle. It is a tense action puzzle game with an anime plot, which has multiple endings and surprises along the way. It's a frantic story of love and madness, and while a bit crazy in terms of gameplay, it's surprisingly enjoyable. So next on the list, we have Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. This is an interactive visual novel. I'm personally not a big fan of this genre, and the reviews are not the greatest, so I'd probably pass on that one. Next up is The Shape-Shifting Detective. This is an FMV mystery adventure game that's somewhat mature with some sexualized characters. Again, I'm not a big fan of games like this, but for those of you who do like story-driven games that let you make a few choices along the way, you may enjoy it. And then we have Evoland Legendary Edition. This is actually 2 games combined into one. Evoland 1 and Evoland 2. These games try to tug at nostalgia for classic RPGs and JRPGs. You'll go through the timeline with old 2D sprites and then evolve into 3D. The game will change from traditional turn-based combat to real-time action combat, and overall there's just a ton of charm to this one. As someone who loves RPGs, this game is just a wonderful throwback, and I highly recommend just starting out with Evoland 2. It's more of a full game compared to the first one. And then finally, we have Fun with Ragdolls, the game. This is an incredibly fun and humorous sandbox game where you experiment with a variety of different physics-based objects and just cause all sorts of ridiculous simulations. It's incredibly funny to watch, and it'll definitely bring you a bit of joy in these dying times. So that's it for the Humble Choice. Keep in mind you'll be getting all 12 games if you're subscribed to the premium plan or the classic plan of the Humble Choice. Also, if you've never subscribed to the Humble Choice again, if you purchase the Super Simulation Bundle or the 1C Publishing Bundle, you'll get a free month of Humble Choice, which comes out to be a little bit cheaper than buying the premium plan anyway, so you might as well pick up the Simulator Bundle. And also, if you want to use my referral link, you can send me a little bit of money as well. So let me know what you guys think of this month's monthly. I would say the best games are Forager, Golf with Your Friends, Strange Brigade, possibly Yooka-Laylee, Evoland, and I'm really excited to play Fun with Ragdolls as well. But I think there's a good choice of games here, besides maybe a couple, 1 or 2. So pretty good month in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this month's Humble Choice and what you're eager to play. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.